What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Marvel Rivals, and here we are again with another one of these character breakdowns. And as you can see on the screen, this time is for that girl, Squirrel Girl, baby. So let's get right into this. And again, we're talking about Squirrel Girl, and she is a duelist. She is DPS with a base health pool of 275 and a movement speed of 6 meters per second, baby. Now, Squirrel Girl is a powerful duelist DPS character that has a low HP pool. Most of her damage comes from a normal attack, which shoots out burst acorns that damage enemies in a slight area. This means that Squirrel Girl can deal decent AoE damage if enemies are grouped. Apart from her normal attacks, Squirrel Girl can immobilize enemies with her Squirrel Blockade and escape from harm's way with her Tail Bounce. Worth noting that you can also refresh the cooldown of one of those abilities when you use Squirrel Girl's Mammal Bond. This skill instantly fills up your normal attack ammo and refreshes the CD of either your Squirrel Blockade or your Tail Bounce, baby. Lastly, Squirrel Girl's ultimate, the Squirrel Tsunami. Squirrel Girl's ultimate is a powerful ground ultimate that sends out a tsunami of squirrels that runs through the battlefield dealing damage. These squirrels can bounce off walls and remain on the floor for 10 seconds. If you're in a tight spot and manage to corner the enemy team, then you can wipe them all out with just Squirrel Girl's ultimate. However, it may also end up wasting it, so make sure you first know the surroundings before deciding to use it. One final thing to remember about Squirrel Girl is that all of her acorns can bounce off walls. You can use this to your advantage when fighting enemies who are trying to take cover or trying to set up unique plays, man. Now, when you're playing Squirrel Girl, you're most likely going to be the backline DPS, as we're going to see here shortly. With her normal attack, you're probably not going to be the ones running in and out trying to get some DPS down. You're going to be one of those backline DPS characters, and this is going to lead right into our normal attack, which is called Burst Acorn, and you shoot bouncing burst acorns. This is an arced projectile that can generate a small spell field upon impact. The projectile speed is 80 meters per second. The spell field range is 3 meters spherical radius. The spell field damage is 110. The damage fall off is 70% fall off at 3 meters. The fire rate is 1.49 acorns per second. The ammo is 10, and there is no critical hit with her attack, baby. Now, as you can see, if you happen to get direct hits with your normal attack, if you have 275 or lower, 3 direct hits will go ahead and get you a kill with someone with 275 and less health. Now, also, if you do shoot, you can bounce these off walls as they come back, and they will produce damage. Now, as you can see, I got to try to figure this one out here. See if I can... No. Okay. Well, you can bounce it off the walls, and just like so. Hold on. I'm trying to get it for you guys to do some damage, but it keeps bouncing too far. There we go. As you can see, you can bounce it on the floor and do damage, and it does the same amount of damage as it bouncing off the wall. So again, with her, I do believe that you will primarily be in the back line, launching these out into the area in which the enemy is standing at, man. Now, for her, the first ability we're going to talk about is going to be called Tail Bounce. And with this, you rocket upwards with the bounce of her tail. The jump height is 9 meters, and the cooldown is 8 seconds, man. So as you can see, when you come out and you pop the ability, she will jump up forward, launching herself upwards. Now, this ability here is great for trying to traverse the map and trying to get to high area places quickly. Another good use for this ability is going to be if Jeff does swallow you with his ult. If he happens to shoot you off the map, make sure you're aiming back towards the map. Use your ability, and the momentum should help you get back if he hasn't spit you off too far. So the tail bounce right there is really good for maneuverability and helping you get to high reaching places and be able to just go ahead and continue to lay fire down with your normal attack. But now let's go on to our next ability, which is the Mammal Bond. And with this, you reload burst acorns and can use an ability without cooldown once in a short duration. The maximum duration is 5 seconds and the cooldown is 12 seconds, man. So as you can see, when you pop the ult here, you will switch out the type of ammo that you're using. So instead of it bouncing, it will pretty much explode on impact. It does do the same amount of damage, but it makes it to where it does explode on impact instead of bouncing. Now with this ability here, my recommendation for it is to continually pop it as often as possible. Every time it's available, just go ahead and use it and shoot out the non-bouncing ones. This way they just explode on impact, and it allows you to have a little bit easier time making sure you hit your targets, man. So just make sure you're constantly using it and taking advantage of it. Now we're going to move on to her next ability, and that's going to be the Squirrel Blockade. And with this, you're going to launch an acorn to unleash squirrel guards, imprisoning the first enemy hit. This is a charged projectile with an arc trajectory. The maximum charge time is 1.5 seconds. The projectile speed is between 20 to 60 meters per second. Maximum speed is achieved after 0.7 seconds of charging. The damage is 35. The imprison duration is 1.33 seconds. And the cooldown is 8 seconds, man. So as you can see, when you go here and you pop the ability, you will see her grab an acorn with a trajectory, and you can go ahead and throw it. It will do damage on hit directly, and it will do a good amount of damage. Also, you can throw it and have it. Ooh, it does actually roll around, so it's kind of crazy there. But one more time, I'm going to show you guys real quick as the ability comes back, and then you turn off the cooldowns. I hit the wrong button here. Okay, so then you throw it again, and you will see the guards come out and imprison, and that there will allow you to have time to attack. Now with this move here, you pretty much just want to continually throw it out. This way you can go ahead and try to imprison as many characters as possible, and just to go ahead and give them any stuns. And the more people that are stunned, the easier it is for your teammates to go ahead and go in and finish off those enemies, baby. Now we're going to talk about her final ability, which is that of her ultimate, man. And that's going to be called the Unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami. And with this, you summon a horde of squirrels to charge forward, dealing damage while bouncing against structures. The duration is 10 seconds. The range length is 3 meters with a width of 5 meters. The height is 1.75 meters. The damage is 150. The squirrel horde health is 600. The squirrel hurled movement speed is 15 meters a second, and the energy cost is 2,800, man. So as you can see with her, when you pop her ult, you will get this arrow here. So just to let you guys know, you will be vulnerable when you initially pop it, but you will get the ult just showing you in which area you're going to release it. So then you will release it, and you'll see a squirrel horde go forward. And as you can see, they will bounce off any walls, and they will hit any enemy caught in their way multiple times if they do happen to get caught, man. So with this ult right here, this is a really good ult as a way to clear a path, and it's really good on certain maps that have really big choke points when it comes to getting to certain points. You wait for the enemy to take in the choke point, shit in the back, aim it towards, shoot it towards the choke point, and watch as the squirrels go to work, baby. Now, there's one last thing we do need to talk about with Squirrel Girl, and that's going to be team-up abilities, as hers is going to be with Spider-Man, and it's called Webbed Acorn. And with this, Spider-Man gives Squirrel Girl a web bomb. She can slingshot it to unleash an explosion upon contact with the environment or an enemy, briefly ensnaring and damaging enemies caught in a blast. This is an arced projectile that generates a spell field upon impact. The projectile speed is 15 meters per second. The spell field range is 4 meters spherical radius. The spell field damage is 80. Imprison duration is 1 second. And the cooldown is 20 seconds, baby. And as you can see with this one here, you will get an acorn that you start twirling up. You can go ahead and charge it, and then you shoot it forward at your enemies, ensnaring the one that you hit and any that happen to be nearby. It's basically just another version of your Squirrel Blockade, just giving you another stun to help you go ahead and get them enemies finished off, especially when they're low health, man. Now, overall, Squirrel Girl is a backline DPS in my opinion. She is very simple and fun to use once you get used to all her abilities, especially her main attack. Once you master her main attack and get used to that, everything else will just fall into place, man. But this has been another one of them character breakdowns for Squirrel Girl, and I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at that boy ETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.